Now I'm standing inside a G11 parachute right now, and before they pack up this parachute or any other parachute here at YPG, a couple minutes ago it stopped raining, but of course when I came to do my live shot, it's pouring down in buckets. I'm completely drenched. We're gonna have to start computing that time zone difference for phone calls or when we're traveling across state lines. I'm Anna Hayes joining you live from the nation's capital. This is one of my favorite spots to be during this time of year. They're called to the most serious accidents to transport critically injured patients. It's okay, you can admit it. If you've bought an item or 2 or 10 for yourself, you're actually not alone. If you'd like to see more of that incredible feat, check out my Facebook page. That's facebook.com/Anna Hayes TV.
Anna Hayes with the Fox affiliate KECY in Arizona. She takes a tour of the Airborne Test Force facility where that technology is perfected.
You may not know this, but some of the most high-tech and progressive parachute tests in the world are happening just a few miles outside of Yuma.
We do all the developmental testing for the airdrop equipment. So its initial test phase are done here at YPG.
I got a special tour of this testing facility at YPG from 2 parachute experts. Matthew Prager just got back from a 7-month deployment to Afghanistan where he saw firsthand the fruits of his labor. He says most of the parachutes they test are used to deliver food and water overseas.
Definitely the types of parachutes that we've tested here are being used there on a daily basis.
Now I'm standing inside a G11 parachute right now, and before they pack up this parachute or any other parachute here at YPG, they inflate it here in this room to make sure there's no holes they need to repair. Before it's shipped out, this cargo chute will be inspected by dozens of people. Making sure each string and button is in place is a process, but Sean McCauley Cook says there's a method to this meticulousness.
Safety is number one in everything that we do.
Specially trained jumpers test the parachutes that will eventually be used to drop the military's most precious cargo, our troops.
Within personnel parachutes, it's someone's life. Every time I pack a parachute, it's not a parachute, it's their life that I'm packing in that parachute.
I tried on one of the military parachutes used. It's heavier than it looks.
1, 2, 3, go.
A properly cared for parachute could last up to 30 years, but if a parachute has any kind of imperfection, there is an entire crew dedicated to fixing it. And each member of the 18-person test team is equipped to spot problems. After each test jump, the parachute lands in the drying and shakeout tower, a 12-story tall room used to clean and scrutinize each parachute. They're usually shaking out dirt and rocks, but
Some desert creatures and critters come out as well, some scorpions, and I've heard of frogs being in parachutes and other things.
when it's cleaned and repaired, a parachute is packed up and stowed away. Until next time.
To reinforce that training is as important or more important because without doing it over and over, it's a perishable skill. You can lose those skill sets or forget certain minor aspects or details. So to reinforce that training is absolutely critical.
I'm Anna Hayes reporting. The dating game is in full swing for some local farmers, but they won't be feeling the love from their date palms if they miss a crucial pollinating window. I took a trip out to Martha's Gardens to see if I have what it takes to be a pollinator. Take a look. Medjool dates, often referred to as nature's candy. These sweet and nutritious fruits are all boxed up here at Yuma's very own Martha's Gardens. But it's a long journey from date palm to date store. Okay, we are on our way right now to go up high in a palm tree and pollinate some dates. Even though harvest season isn't until September, these next few weeks are crucial for date farmers. Right now, it's time to pollinate. This time of year determines how many dates will be picked.
Well, we have several crews working to basically get around the farm, and every day we're scouring the farm looking for new fruit arms that have opened up, so we really have to be on our toes this time of year.
Martha's Gardens was started 23 years ago by Jason Rogers' dad. They started out with 300 palms, and now they have just a few more than that. Now out here at Martha's Gardens, crews have to pollinate each tree by hand, and that's about 8,000 palms. Every date starts with this. Here's something I didn't know. Date palms have a gender.
We only have about 80 males on the farm, so a little pollen goes a long way. I mean, some sources will say you need about one male for every 100 females.
Crews take the pollen from male palms and sprinkle it on the fruit strands of the female palms. Well, I am way up high right now inside of a date palm. I'm getting ready to pollinate these fruit buds. Now, each one of these little buds that you see right now could potentially be a date. It's a process Mother Nature could do, but pollinating each palm by hand ensures most all palms will produce dates.
Yeah, we miss a few here and there. That's just part of it. But the good thing is a lot of fruit arms are coming in, so if we miss one or two, it really doesn't set us back too much.
Let me tell you, it's hot, dirty, and hard work, but it's worth it. Fellow crew members told me each palm we pollinated will produce around 300 pounds of dates.
The product is a really good product. It's a healthy fruit, and the demand is there, and they're eaten all over the globe.
Martha's Gardens knows all about that global demand. Just ask founder Nels Rogers.
We export dates to pretty much all over the world and all over the United States.
And while their dates may go all over, they plan on keeping this family business right here in Yuma.
We live here, we're a family, we're all here, and we just wanted to represent a date business from our family, which is Martha's Gardens.
Well, I wanted to taste the fruits of my labor, so after all that pollinating, I'm enjoying a Martha's Garden date shake. I have to say, it is delicious. Reporting for your local news, I'm Anna Hayes. Normally have lights on in these homes and cars going up and down it, but not tonight. A little bit of a different story. It's completely dark, as are so many other neighborhoods in the Yuma area, because absolutely no power. Now, I know we looked at this before, but once again, it's just such a strange sight. These power lines fell over today during the dust storm and are just resting on these people's roofs. Now, crews were out here a little bit earlier, and Yuma County Sheriff's Office was out here as well, but they were getting so many other calls of more than 20 power lines that had fallen over that they had to take off, and they put these traffic stops up, and that's just going to have to wait till morning. And as far as power goes, a similar story. We've been in communication with APS, and they're now telling us that they're bringing crews in from the Phoenix area because of the magnitude and the size of the storm and the power outages, that they need more help, and that power might not be coming back on for those folks until tomorrow morning through tomorrow afternoon. So some people are going to be sitting in the dark tonight. But some good news to report. We're getting this off of Twitter just now. APS says that customers should save their receipts from grocery stores. They're going to reimburse you for 40 pounds of bagged or wet ice or 20 pounds of dry ice. And hopefully APS and other crews, as they continue this cleanup, can have some nice weather tomorrow. Hopefully those storms have passed, at least for now, so we can clean up. For more on that now, I'm going to toss it to your local weather forecaster, Nicole Gomez, and she has a complete look at our local weather forecast. Nicole?